Hello and welcome back to Real Talk English Podcast, your safe and calm space to listen, repeat, shadow, and learn English at a slow and natural pace. My name is Jack, and I'm really happy you're here with me today. In this episode, I will speak slowly and clearly, using simple words and gentle repetition, so you can relax, follow my voice, and practice speaking with confidence. You don't need to hurry, and you don't need to be perfect. Just listen, breathe, and enjoy the process. Today, we are going to talk about something very important and very real, your daily routine. We will talk about what you do in the morning, what happens in your afternoon, and how you spend your evening and night. These are things you already know, because they are part of your life. By the end of this episode, you will be able to describe your day in English using clear, simple, and natural sentences. So find a comfortable place, take a deep breath, and let's begin this English journey together, one sentence at a time. Talking about your daily routine in English is very important because your routine is real and familiar to you. It is something that happens every day in your life, so you don't need to search for ideas or difficult words. You already know what to say, even if your English is simple. You can talk about what time you wake up, what you eat for breakfast if you go to work or stay at home, and how you feel during the day. When you talk about your own life, English becomes more natural and more useful. You are not memorizing random sentences, you are practicing real communication. Little by little, you start to think in English and you stop translating every word in your head. This helps you feel calmer and more confident when you speak. You don't need to be perfect and you don't need long sentences. One simple sentence is enough. With practice, one sentence becomes two, and two become a short story. When you talk about your day, you are building a strong habit, and every small step helps you improve your English in a real and meaningful way. Now let's begin with the morning, the start of the day, when everything feels calm and quiet. Please listen carefully, and when you hear a small pause, repeat the sentence after me in your own voice. There is no rush, so take your time and enjoy the practice. I usually wake up at 7 o'clock. Sometimes I wake up earlier, around 6:30, especially when I have many things to do. If I sleep late, I feel tired the next morning. I stay in bed for a few minutes and think about my day. I take a deep breath and stretch my arms and legs. Then I slowly get out of bed and walk to the bathroom. I brush my teeth carefully and wash my face with cold water, and this helps me feel awake. Sometimes I take a quick shower, especially when I feel sleepy. After the shower, I dry off and put on clean and comfortable clothes. Next, I go to the kitchen and prepare my breakfast. I usually eat something simple like toast, eggs, or fruit. I drink coffee or tea and eat slowly, enjoying the quiet moment. Before I leave the house, I check the time on my phone, read my messages, and make sure I have everything I need. These are simple morning sentences, and by repeating them, you are learning to talk about your morning in clear and natural English. In the morning, I usually wake up at around 7 o'clock, when the day is still quiet and calm. I stay in bed for a few minutes and think about the day ahead, without rushing. I stretch my arms, take a deep breath, and slowly get up. Then I walk to the bathroom, brush my teeth for 2 full minutes, and wash my face with cold water, which helps me feel more awake. If I still feel sleepy, I take a warm shower and listen to soft, relaxing music while the water runs. After the shower, I dry off, put on clean clothes, and look in the mirror for a moment. Next, I go to the kitchen and start making breakfast. I usually eat 2 pieces of toast with butter or jam, and sometimes I add a boiled egg. I drink a cup of coffee and sit near the window while I eat. I look outside, listen to the sounds of the morning, and enjoy a peaceful moment. Before I leave the house, I check my phone to see the time and my plans for the day. I prepare my bag, making sure I have my phone, my keys, and my notebook. Finally, I put on my shoes, open the door, and step outside to begin my day. Now let's move to the afternoon, the middle part of the day, when many people are busy but still have time to practice a little English. Please listen carefully and repeat each sentence after me at your own pace. After lunch, I usually go back to work or study. Sometimes I feel a little sleepy after I eat, and that is normal. I check my emails and answer the most important messages first. I read messages from coworkers or classmates and respond calmly. In the afternoon, I often have 1 or 2 meetings and we talk about tasks and plans. If I work from home, I sit at my desk, open my laptop, and start working. I try to keep my desk clean and organized because it helps me think more clearly. Around 3 o'clock, I take a short break to rest my mind. I drink some water or make a cup of tea, and sometimes I eat a small snack. If I have time, I go for a short walk to get fresh air and relax. When I have free time in the afternoon, I like to practice English by listening to a podcast, reading a short text, or repeating simple sentences out loud. These are easy afternoon sentences, and by practicing them, you are learning how to talk about your afternoon in clear and natural English. After lunch, I usually return to my desk and continue with my work in a calm and focused way. I check my emails, write a short to-do list, and choose one task to start with. In the afternoon, I often have a short meeting with my team, where we talk about what we finished in the morning and what we will do next. The meeting is not very long, and after it ends, I take a short break to relax. I go to the kitchen, make a cup of tea or coffee, and stand near the window for a moment. Sometimes I step outside to get some fresh air and clear my mind. If I have free time, I use it to practice English by listening to a slow podcast or reading a short story. I pause, repeat the sentences, and try to copy the rhythm and tone. Before I finish work for the day, I write a few lines about what I did and how I feel. Some days I feel proud because I did my work well, and other days I feel tired but still happy that I tried. This small reflection helps me stay organized, motivated, and confident as I continue learning and improving little by little. Now it's your turn to speak, and this is a very important moment, so take your time and relax. You don't need long sentences and you don't need perfect English. Just try to speak in a simple and natural way. You can pause the audio if you want, and think about your afternoon or your day. Start with easy ideas like what you usually do after lunch, where you go, or how you feel. You can say one short sentence, and then another, slowly building your confidence. For example, you can say, in the afternoon I usually work or study. After lunch I like to rest for a few minutes, or sometimes I feel tired but calm. There are no wrong answers here, because this is your life and your story. The goal is not to be perfect, but to speak and use your voice in English. Every sentence you say is a small step forward, and every small step matters. So take a deep breath, smile, and try to say a few sentences about your day in English, knowing that you are doing great just by trying. In the evening, I usually come home and take a moment to rest after a long day. I take off my shoes, sit down, and breathe slowly to relax my body and mind. Sometimes I watch the news or listen to soft music to feel calm. When it is time for dinner, I cook a simple meal or order food if I feel tired. I eat slowly, often with my family, and we talk about our day and share small stories. After dinner, I clean the kitchen and wash the dishes, taking my time and not rushing. Sometimes I go for a short walk to get fresh air and enjoy the quiet evening. Before bed, I like to read a few pages of a book or listen to calming music. Then I take a shower, brush my teeth, and prepare for sleep. I go to bed around 10:30 or 11 o'clock, feeling thankful for the day and ready to rest and start again tomorrow. Before we continue, Let's take some time to understand 30 very common daily routine verbs, because knowing what these verbs mean will help you understand the whole video and feel more confident when you listen and speak. The verb wake up means to stop sleeping in the morning, and get up means to leave your bed and stand up to start your day. When you wash, you clean your face, hands, or body with water, and when you brush, you clean your teeth or your hair using a brush. The verb shower means to clean your body under running water, and get dressed means to put on your clothes. When you eat, you have food like breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and when you drink, you have water, coffee, or tea. The verb prepare means to make something ready, like preparing breakfast, and cook means to use heat to make food. When you go somewhere, you move from one place to another, and when you leave, you go out of a place, like leaving your house. The verb work means to do your job or daily tasks, and study means to learn something new, like English. When you check something, you look at it carefully, for example, your phone or your schedule, and read means to look at words to understand information. The verb write means to put words on paper or on a screen. When you start something, you begin it, and when you finish, you complete it. The verb rest means to stop working and relax your body, and sleep means to rest at night with your eyes closed. When you open something, you make it not closed, like opening a door or a book, and close means the opposite, to shut it. The verb listen means to pay attention to sounds, like listening to English, and watch means to look at something, like watching a video or TV. When you walk, you move using your legs at a slow pace, and when you sit, you rest your body on a chair. The verb stand means to be on your feet, and relax means to feel calm and comfortable. Finally, plan means to think about what you will do next. These 30 verbs describe simple actions from your everyday life, and as you hear them again and again in this video, they will help you understand English more easily and talk about your daily routine in a clear and natural way. Now let's talk about the present simple tense, because this is the most important tense when you want to talk about your daily routine in English. The present simple is used to describe things that are always true, things you do every day, or actions that are part of your normal life. When you say sentences like, I wake up at 7, I work during the day, or I study English in the evening, you are using the present simple to talk about habits and routines. This tense helps you explain what your life is like in a simple and clear way, without needing complicated grammar. Throughout this video, most of the sentences you will hear are in the present simple, so understanding this tense will make everything easier to follow and repeat. The present simple is very friendly for beginners because it uses the base form of the verb for most subjects. For example, we say, I wake up, you eat breakfast, and we go to work. When we talk about another person, like he, she, or it, we usually add an extra s to the verb, such as she wakes up, he works, or it starts early. This small change is very common in daily routine sentences, and you will hear it many times in this video. Don't worry about being perfect right now. The goal is to recognize the pattern and feel comfortable hearing and using it naturally as you practice. We also use the present simple with time expressions like every day, usually in the morning, in the afternoon, or at night. These words help us show that the action is part of a routine. For example, I usually drink coffee in the morning, or I read at night. These sentences are simple, but they are very powerful because they help you talk about your life in real situations. As you listen and repeat the examples in this video, try to connect the sentences to your own routine. This will help you remember the tense and understand how useful it is for daily communication. Finally, remember that the present simple is not only for speaking but also for understanding. When you hear someone describe their day, their job, or their habits, they are often using this tense. By practicing it again and again in this video, you are training your ear and your voice at the same time. This will help you feel more confident, understand more English, and express your daily routine clearly and naturally, one simple sentence at a time. You did a great job today, and you should feel proud of yourself for listening, repeating, and trying to speak in English. Every minute you spent here is a step forward, even if it feels small. You are not just studying English, you are using it in a real and meaningful way, one sentence at a time. Remember that progress comes from simple daily practice, not from being perfect. So come back to this episode whenever you want, listen again, shadow the sentences, and tell your story one more time. Now I would love to hear from you. In the comments, try to write one simple sentence about your day, even something small. Then, if you enjoyed this episode, please like the video and subscribe to Real Talk English Podcast for more daily English practice. Your voice and your effort really matter. Keep listening, keep speaking, and keep believing in yourself. See you in the next episode.